How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Brian back at it again with another episode of the High Notes podcast. As always, I'm joined again with my co-host here,
Gamer McNasty, baby.
Gamer McNasty. Now, McNasty, today we got our friend here, Fausto, Papi Fausto, who is a Twitch streamer and self-proclaimed hookah god. That's gonna be a really, really interesting interview. Now, we have a lot of topics to cover before we get to that interview. But let's just jump right into, first of all, an update from a story from the last episode on the Britney Spears conservatorship. Do you want to
go free Britney? And she's free, baby.
All right,
Britney is free.
All right, McNasty, do you want to talk a little bit on this? Like, what are you feeling on this?
I mean, it's been a long time coming. You feel me? Like, Britney is free now. Her father stepped down from the conservatorship. She's taking legal action now to, get her life back and actually do the things she wants to do. So that's a giant victory for Britney.
That's a W.
It's a W.
That's a
big W.
That's a W for her. So effectively, she is now technically no longer under the control, because it wasn't the care of. It was more the control of her father.
It's more control than anything.
Yeah. So good for her. That's a good update on that situation. Now, moving on to a less good update. Have you seen what is happening in Afghanistan in the last couple of days here?
I just read an update a couple hours on it. So the Taliban ran up in the embassy.
So what had happened was that the U.S. finally moved out, like, the last troops out of the country. Now, I think we talked about this in another episode where we talked about where the U.S. whatever the U.S. touches down, we create power vacuums. And exactly what I talked about happened. As soon as the U.S. removed themselves from the area, there was a power vacuum and somebody came in to fill it. And the Taliban was that somebody. And they pretty much effectively have taken over the majority of the country in that short time span that the U.S. left. They've taken over the embassy. I think they took over, like, the presidential palace or some bullshit like that. And a couple of cities.
I heard the president fled the country, didn't he? He just had to flee.
I'm not sure.
Dude was gone.
I'm not sure if he left the country. But yeah, the Taliban has effectively just taken over the entire country. So we fucked up the country, left, and now made it worse by leaving than when we came there.
Yeah. So
that's
shit happens all the time, bro. It feels like they should know this shit happens.
They know it happens. That's why they do it, and that's the problem.
Do nothing about it. Yeah. I don't know.
That shit is wild. Now, I believe Biden is planning on getting, like, the last of, like, U.S. diplomats and stuff like that out of the country. Now, chances are they might be redeploying troops after they got them pulled out. That's what it's most likely looking like. Because at the rate that
you know what sucks, though?
What do you mean?
Like, how you leave and, like, finally going back home, and then 2 weeks later you gotta go back. Ain't that some shit? It
hasn't even been 2 weeks. It's been like a couple of days. They literally ran through as soon as these niggas left. They left, and these niggas, from my understanding, they, like, took over one of the U.S. military bases where there was, like, still, like, helicopters and, like, machinery. Luckily, the helicopters were, like, non-functional to the point where they can't fly them. So we don't have to worry too much about that. But they literally overran most of the country at this point.
That's wild, bro.
That shit is wild. But let's move on to the next topic here. To more somber news in the Caribbean. Now, have you heard what happened in Haiti as of when was this? A couple of days ago.
Yeah, so Haiti actually got it the worst. I feel like they always have, like, a natural disaster going over there. They suffered another earthquake there, 7.2 on the magnitude scale, which is pretty fucking high out of 10, right?
It's high as hell.
High as fuck.
They pretty much got rocked.
Yeah, so especially, like, in a third world country like that, man.
And then right now,
and it happened before, so it's like,
from my understanding. Now, from my understanding, as of right now, like, the damage that they're seeing is in the billions of dollars, and about 1,200 people have lost their lives as of right now, like, confirmed. So 1,200 people have lost their lives in this tragedy. So that is kind of sad. really not much that can be done right now because the country is kind of really unstable politically because the president just got assassinated. If you remember from that last episode where we talked about that.
Yep.
It's a really bad situation right now in Haiti, man. Really bad.
For real. And the thing I want to like really touch base on is this, like the Red Cross Foundation and all these other fundraiser type shits where they go in there and try to tell you like they're gonna help the country, but they literally take the money and dip. Mm-hmm. Don't trust them niggas. Like we saw what happened the first time. Do not trust them niggas. If you really want to go help Haiti, I say you go out there, fucking
take a flight out.
Put on take a flight down there. Put a hard hat on, move some rocks around, fucking bring water to like all the people there and food and shit. Do not give your money to these foundations that will literally take the money and dip.
For real.
They give them like a pack of peanuts and a bottle of water and say, see ya, we did our job. Fuck them niggas. For real. For real. Fuck them.
Nah, for real. That is a really good point. So now some organizations are okay, like you can give money to them and they'll actually like donate and like do stuff with it, but like really do your research on who you're giving money to. Don't give it to like no commercial where it's like for like 5 cents a day you could like feed like a Haitian or some bullshit like that. Don't fall for those ones. But definitely do your research. If you want to help out, try to go out and try to see if you can fly out and actually go to Haiti yourself and build, like help them build back from where they are right now, because the country is really in a bad situation right now.
For real.
Yeah. But prayers go out to Haiti. Hope they come back from this situation, because they're definitely in a really bad place right now.
Bad place.
But moving on to the next subject here, McNasty. Have you been keeping up with this Andrew Cuomo situation?
Yeah, man. Andrew Cuomo. It was funny because like a couple months ago, everybody was like praising this dude. Like he was a real one. This, that, and the third. He goes against Trump. This, that, and the third. And now everybody hates him, bro. Apparently got like sexual assault allegations. And
multiple.
Somebody confirmed it.
No. This wasn't just confirmed. This was an entire investigation with like 100+ like witnesses and shit like that. So a bunch of allegations came out from multiple like people around him, not from his staff and the people that worked around him, like underneath him. And they all pretty much confirmed that, yeah, this nigga is just a weirdo. This nigga was touching everybody and everybody. Now, did you see how he responded like immediately after the investigation like came to its conclusion?
So I was confused on, because I didn't really do much research on it. Did he actually said what he said and everybody was memeing him about it? He was like,
this man said, he was like, I'm Italian, so I'm like really handsy with people. Then he like tried to make like a compilation of him like pictures of him like being like really like up close and personal with like different people, like kissing men, women, and it's like, yeah, I do it with everybody. I was like, this nigga's wildin'. This nigga is wildin'.
My man's bugging out on that.
Oh, man.
And then it made him look real suspicious. Like after that came out, he just like literally stepped down. He really didn't even try to put up a fight. And then he dropped that statement.
No. He was the only reason he stepped down in reality is because of the pushback he was getting from like other politicians. Like President Joe Biden himself was like, yeah, Andrew Cuomo got to step the fuck down. This nigga was wilding out, bro. That's the only real. He wasn't trying to leave office. He didn't care about niggas talking shit on him. This is the same nigga that had a bunch of people die in like the nursing home situation during the COVID shit. He doesn't care about controversy. The only reason he stepped down is because other politicians told him to do it. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Andrew Cuomo.
That's an L. And now, did you see his brother? Now his brother. What's his brother's name? The other Cuomo.
Andrew.
No.
What is it? It's Andrew and something else. He's on a news
station. He's on CNN. Right? Shit, what's that name?
I don't know his name.
Whatever his name is. The other Cuomo. Now, that entire time, he avoided talking about the topic of his brother. The whole time. This man works for a news station. This is his job.
Hey, man, he's not an op. He's not an op.
But still.
Stick by his bro.
But still.
Yeah, but still.
That's your...
Like, you have certain Yeah, that's your job.
But
See, you have certain obligations.
And this is why people don't trust the media, because this is your literal job to report on this kind of shit. And they're going like, nah, we're gonna turn a blind eye. I ain't see that. So yeah, no, Andrew Cuomo's out of here. Now I'm not sure how that works, like, because he didn't get impeached, he just resigned. Now, dude, are they gonna go into like a special election, or does the person who's under him go into the?
It would make sense as the person that's under him, because just like if the president gets assassinated, the VP takes over type shit until the next election, I believe. So I think the next in line will literally just take it over.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I've never seen how a governor steps down. Like, what's the process for that? So that is gonna be interesting to see how that progresses. Now, moving on to.
I mean, if they taking applications, I'm free.
McNasty wants to be. You want to be governor of New York?
I was actually born in New York. I don't know if that takes account into anything, but if that's one of the qualifications, I'm in.
You're in the door. That's what counts, McNasty. All right, McNasty, but let's move on to the final subject here before we start the interview with Fausto. Now, have you heard about the controversy about the next iOS update?
Nah, what's going on with Apple, bro?
Now, what I'm about to explain to you has a lot of people like going like, hey man, Samsung's looking pretty fire after this. Now, the next version of iOS is gonna be like a very big overhaul. Like, they're doing a lot of like big changes in like how the operating system works and stuff like that. But one controversial new thing that they're gonna be adding in, and it's not gonna sound controversial at first until I explain how deep this could get. So when you have iCloud set up on your device, right, it's gonna start scanning all of your photos. So an AI is going to go through all of the photos on your phone, and it's actually going to try to like detect if you have like child like pornography on your device. And if it detects it, like if it detects that you're like intentionally like adding it or receiving it or stuff like that onto the device, it'll then send those photos out of your phone and to an actual person to review it. Now, here's where the ops situation comes with Apple being ops. Now, that person will manually review it, and now they can forward those, whatever the content is, to the police. How are we feeling on that?
I could see what they're trying to do there. Like, they're trying to stop child pornography and that shit.
It's good, right? You're like, they're keeping up with the child predators.
But I know they're gonna take it to, like, it's supposed to be a good thing, but people are gonna take advantage of that shit, and then they're really gonna just track us on some wild shit, right?
But
is that what you're trying to take?
But think about it. If you're gonna start with one illegal shit, you're gonna eventually start to go to the other illegal shit. So you gotta be like, all right, I'm selling guns, I'm doing drugs and this, that. Now, Apple looking kind of like the ops. They looking like that.
So you're saying I can't take a picture of myself smoking a fat ass blunt without the cops knowing? That is wild.
For real. So that has a lot of people like worried. They're going, that's a really slippery slope for Apple to like step in and go like, okay, this is what we can do to try to stop this. But it's like, should you do it? Do you think that they should step in and do that?
That's the thing though, because it's like, you know,
it's slippery because it's like, are you gonna protect the child predators or are you gonna protect your privacy? Right. It's one or the other.
Right.
That shit is.
Yeah, man.
That is wild. That shit is crazy. Now, are you considering upgrading to a Samsung phone if this is the case?
Fuck no, baby. Fuck that shit.
Now,
I don't got nothing to worry about. If the cops want to come at my door because I'm smoking fat ass blunts, then I'll just pay the fine. But I don't know. That got nothing to do with me.
But they're gonna be scanning through all the illegal shit. Imagine all of the shit that you've ever taken a photo of. Let's say like you.
But you could also turn off your auto updates to iCloud, right?
I believe you can. You could do that. I believe you can, but anything that's already been backed up to the cloud is already on there. There's no deleting that.
Yeah. So if you like start fresh type shit, then you could just, like me, my shit been filled for like a year now. I'm not gonna pay extra money to have my shit updated to the cloud. But fuck the cloud.
This is the problem with Apple. This is why I don't fuck with Apple, because the problem is that online storage is literally the cheapest shit possible. It costs them absolutely nothing to give you 100 gigs of storage. Like, for instance, my phone company, I have Google Fi, so that's like Google's carrier, like their own like phone carrier service. They give me for like I pay like $70, and like one of the perks is that I get 100 gigs of online storage completely free, and then on top of that, the phone that I have gets unlimited free storage for all of my photos. So
okay,
it literally costs them nothing. It costs them absolutely nothing to store your information, like your photos and stuff like that, on their servers. They're just charging you because they can. It's just beneficial to them to charge you.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. It is a slippery slope. I could see why they do it. I could also see, because you know they're gonna take it to the next level.
Yeah,
they're gonna use the information on some crazy shit. Everybody gonna be getting locked up, and that's it. That's the end of it.
So yeah, Apple turned into the ops, and everybody turned to Android. That's what's about to happen.
Everybody about to have green text bubbles now.
But here's the other thing. In the next iOS update, did you see this as well? In the next iOS update, for the next iOS update, they're actually going to allow Android users to join FaceTime calls.
That's cool.
So
that's good.
Now here's the thing. Apple has been very adamant that iMessage and FaceTime are exclusive to Apple. It really wouldn't be hard for them to like integrate that so that anybody could use it. They do it specifically to keep you guys hooked, to make a wall. It's literally called a walled garden approach. They make a wall to make sure that everybody who's not on iPhone has to get it in order to make that exclusive. But now they've literally gone, well, give them FaceTime. Eventually, you got to give them iMessage. Eventually, it's going to happen. So
that's true.
As soon as that happens, there's no point in buying Apple. They don't have the best phones. They don't have the best cameras. They don't have the fastest processors. Actually, no, they do have the fastest processors, but they don't have like anything that's out of this world compared to like other competition. Like Samsung, did you see the new Samsung Flip 3? No. It's a folding phone, right? Bro, they put the camera under the screen. There's no bezel, bro. It's a folding phone and the camera is under the screen. How are you competing? You're not even competing anymore, Apple.
Nah, that's it. All Apple could do is just add 4 more cameras to the back of the camera. That's all the fuck they could do.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking lit though. How they doing that? Very innovative. And I feel like Android's always ahead of the game.
Way ahead. Anything that you see on Apple.
Shit that came out 5 years ago on like a note, that shit just getting integrated into like the iPhone.
It's just barely getting it, just barely. But yeah, Apple's gonna get a lot of backlash on that next update. I don't know if they're gonna really follow through after seeing how the people reacted, because no one's really fucking with them scanning all of their photos. Like, come on now. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
You're gonna have those people definitely saying that they don't want their shit scanned.
For real.
But also, if we're not doing nothing illegal, what you gotta worry about?
See, but that's this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back. The U.S. government, remember, like after like 9/11, like the NSA was like spying on everybody, and everybody was like, "Well, I don't want the government spying on me, but I'm not a terrorist." Right. do you see the problem there?
Yeah.
You're like,
I was saying like if you're not doing nothing illegal, you know you shouldn't, like, you got nothing to worry about.
But at the same time, they shouldn't be doing that to begin with. They shouldn't be spying on you.
Yeah, that is true.
Because they're spying on you now. That's an invasion of your privacy.
That's facts.
Damn, that shit's crazy though. All right.
Now I can't even think about flipping bricks without fucking getting interrogated. Like, you just sitting at work and you'd be like, damn, I want to flip some bricks. Let me see how much this shit costs. And then when you get home, you got like a SWAT team at your crib.
For real. Yeah, no, because they'll eventually they can push it to where they'll be the thought police, and anything that you think about like that's illegal, like, and you search it, oh my god, get this nigga reported or some shit like that. So yeah. Apple should probably take a step back and reevaluate this next update.
That bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not even too keen on that AI shit.
What do you mean?
That AI scanning bullshit. Because you know how they like AIs, once they get too advanced, it becomes what's it called? Self-improving. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And then it'll be like Jarvis type shit, like in the Avengers. You see Ultron?
Now,
how this nigga was made for peace, and now he want to destroy the world.
Here's the thing: our current technology and understanding of like artificial intelligence, we currently don't have AI that's smarter than like, let's say, a 4-year-old child, in terms of like actual like knowledge and stuff like that. And eventually, we will reach a point where AIs will surpass human intelligence, and that's going to be called that's actually, there's a term for that. It's called the technological singularity. That's what it's called. Once we reach that point where AI is smarter than human knowledge, we're under the control of the AI. We will literally have no control over that AI. It's going to be its own self-conscious being that we have no control over. So eventually it will happen. Right now they're projecting that wouldn't probably happen until like the year 2050 or 2040, somewhere like that. So,
bro, that's like 18 years from now.
It's down the road, but it hasn't happened. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're trying to say. But damn, I really got to start gearing up to fight robots in 18 years.
For real. All right, McNasty. But let's wrap up that last story, and then let's jump into this interview with our boy Fausto here. I already know this is gonna be a really interesting interview because we have a lot of things that we were gonna talk about with him. Because he's really into Twitch streaming and video games and stuff like that. What games are you interested in, McNasty?
A game that I can always play is Grand Theft Auto.
Classic.
Like, if a new Grand Theft Auto comes out, I'll give it a play. That's basically it. I like NBA 2K.
The sports games,
that shit gets boring. Yeah, that shit gets boring after a while too. I was really into God of War for a little bit. That shit was lit.
God of War is a classic. That's a classic.
And I think it's because I'm like really into like Greek mythology and all that stuff. So getting to play as Kratos and fucking niggas up, that's my shit. And that's basically it. Like, I like all these other games too. Like, I used to be really into like Pokemon and shit. I really used to like what's it called? World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I used to play that shit at my friend's house.
You were a WoW player?
I wasn't though. But I used to watch my friend play it, and then when I asked my mom to get it, and I was like, "Yeah, there's a monthly membership." She said,
"Fuck no."
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, bro, can't even play that shit." But that shit was lit. I used to watch that nigga play that shit. It used to be really cool. But I think that's what really got me into like RPG games, because I used to play like Skyrim for a while. The only thing with that is like that shit was really time consuming.
No, that
like,
is a
fact. You want to do some shit, nigga, you gotta literally spend like hours on hours. And just to do that,
just dedicate your day to fucking playing a fucking chapter in the game.
For real. And that shit was long as fuck. No cap. But I like that. I think that's why I'm really into like Grand Theft Auto, because you could do a mission Grand Theft Auto and then you could just fight the cops for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you can do whatever you want. But yeah, those are the type of games I'm into. I used to play Call of Duty a lot, but that's because like my boys played it. We used to play. And that shit was, that shit was there. But we played because we could play it together, basically.
For real.
And just talk shit.
For real. That's literally all
it was just a regular shooter.
That's all you play Call of Duty for. It's just to talk shit.
It's just to talk shit. So, and like, people are really like dedicated to those type of games. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
All right, McNasty, but let's go ahead and jump into this interview with Fausto and see what he has to say on the state of gaming on Twitch.
Season 2, episode 4. This is the Twitch episode. Joined here by nonetheless Papi Fausto.
Yes, sir.
Papi Fausto, introduce yourself, my brother.
What's up, yo, mi gente? It's your boy Papi Fausto, aka the Hookah God. Yeah, yo, I'm just a typical gamer, smoker, women aficionado. Yeah.
Now, Fausto, why do you call yourself the Hookah God?
Bruh, I've been smoking hookahs since I was like 14 ish.
Okay.
I want to say 15. Shout out to Mark for forcing me to make my own hookah because he was too lazy to. He lived by the fucking credo of, I'm not gonna make it for you all the time, so you better learn how to set this shit up. And I got it. I started smoking. I fucked with it, but I didn't develop the hookah god persona until I went to college. Because I don't care what anybody says at FDU, Metro Campus on Teaneck, whether you were smoking hookah in your dorm room or whatever, nobody was walking around campus with a hookah in their backpack except your boy. I would set that shit up anywhere and everywhere. You could casually walk around campus, you would see me smoking. I had a public speaking class where we had a demonstration speech. And that shit is still on my Instagram. That shit was funny as fuck. I completely forgot, and I taught the class how to set up a hookah, and the teacher gave me an A. She just wouldn't let me light it. I was cracking the fuck up. I was like, I was like, how am I gonna know if I set it up properly if you won't let me light it?
For real.
And she's like, all right, I'm just gonna take your word for it, and when you go outside, you can light it and let me know how it goes. And I was like, okay, I guess, but
wild.
Like, as far as I've met, like the people that I've met and everything, I feel like, and McNasty, you can speak for this. Like, I set up really good hookahs, bro. Like,
hookahs do be valid.
Now,
like,
what constitutes a good hookah? Like, how do you know that you set up the perfect one?
Bro, you gotta have smoke.
Okay.
Your smoke gotta be good. It can't be rough. It has to last. Cause people will set up a good hookah and that shit will last for like 5-10 minutes. Like, and then you start feeling it rough or it starts burning. When you're pulling the hookah itself, like you can't feel that much force. Like, you don't want it to be like you're fucking trying to suck up a pina colada or some shit and a chunk of ice is stuck in the straw and shit. Like, like you don't want that.
Okay.
It has to come when you're smoking it has to come as easily as like breathing in and out. Just and as long it has to be smooth. And as long as you got that shit, your shit is valid. Like, mad people be talking about, oh, I set up good hookahs, and it's like I see them and I'm like, yo, y'all overpack the bowl, y'all put too much water, like. And again, setting up a good hookah really depends on the hookah that you're using because there's different types and everything. But I feel like I have great consistency regardless of the hookah that you give me. It could be a small one because I have a couple small ones. It could be a big one like a Khalil Mamoon. Them shits are like fucking, they're like 3 feet tall. Not 3 feet. Like my Khalil Mamoon's I think like 3.5 actually, 3.5 feet tall. It could be a glass one like the one I'm smoking now. They all come in different shapes and sizes and shit. So you just gotta, like, if you have a knife for it, you valid. If you don't, I would say just play around with it.
Okay.
But, bro, my consistency speaks for itself.
Gotcha.
I remember there was one time I got into an argument with some dude in Washington Heights when I went smoking hookah over there because he gave me that shit and that shit was burnt. And this fucking Mama Huevo was like, yo, if you got a problem with, if you think you can set one up better, then do it. And I was like, all right, let me set it up then. And he actually let me set it up, and it was better than what the fuck he gave me. Because they be thinking they slick.
So it upsets you when you get like a hookah that is incorrectly prepared.
Bruh, that shit upset, especially when you go out, because like the standard price is anywhere between $25 to like $40 for a fucking hookah, and then like anywhere from $5 to $15 for a refill. And it's like, all right, let's say we go with the max price of $40 and the max price of a refill for $15. That's $55 right there, bro. With $55, I could buy my own flavor, buy my own charcoal, and buy a small bottle. And set it up better than whatever the fuck. Like, if I'm paying $55, that shit better last me at least an hour. Personally.
Makes sense.
And that's not just me. That's me. Because usually when you go out, you don't go out by yourself to fucking go smoke hookah. Like, that's why I smoke hookah by myself in my room, in my house. But you go out with like 3 or 4 people, then if you link up with other people or you pick up or you make new friends or whatever, that group turns into like 8 people and shit. And you don't want to start off the fucking the scythe or whatever with the hookah, and by the time it comes back to you a full rotation, that shit's already burnt. Like, I did not pay $55 for this shit to only go around once.
That's a fact.
On top of that,
that's a lot of money to be paying.
Exactly. On top of that,
one pull.
If you one of those friends that be chiefing that shit or be telling stories while you smoking, bro, fuck you. You had your whole time to tell a fucking story before the host got to you. But nah, you want to start talking when the host gets you. Also, if you're one of those assholes that they pull up to a party or whatever, and don't even say hi to nobody, just on some like, yo, so where the rotation at? Bruh, saluda mi gente, like, come on.
You can still be feeling, though.
Bro.
I hate that, and I hate the people who just come in. That Bill Brooker can be like, yo, so I got next? Like, bro, walk around, socialize. Like, I ain't going anywhere anytime soon, but damn, bro.
Oh, man. Now, aside from being the hookah god, you're also a Twitch streamer. What got you into streaming? What was that about?
Well, I'm a new head in streaming. Like,
Okay.
I just got over 50 followers, which I was kind of nervous about because I just came back from vacation, so I was like, damn, I just hit 50 followers. I'm gonna take a week vacation. This is bad. Like, I was freaking out, yo. But I always like gaming. I've always been big on playing games. I'm not really good. Like, even on my bio, I put like, you're not coming to watch me do like some crazy ass plays or anything like that. You're coming here because my reactions are pretty funny.
Okay.
Especially we're playing a scary game because I am the biggest bitch in our whole friend group, probably my whole family. If you ever want a good laugh, queue up some Dead by Daylight or some shit and watch me just fucking hide in the closet the whole time.
Okay.
Freaking the fuck out. And then, like, as far as other games go, like, people's reaction to how I'm playing or whatever pisses them off because, like, if I'm playing Smash, I'm trying to sneak people. I'm not trying to like really run the fade. Like, I want to win. My mentality is a dub is a dub, no matter how you get it.
That's a fact.
Then you have other people like my friend Eddie, who goes by Crow on Twitch. Follow him. Who'll be like, nah, or Mark. Awesome, we gotta get Fausto out. You're playing like a bitch. You're not fighting. Look at you barely put in damage. But I got the kill though. It doesn't matter.
That's what counts. That's what counts.
Okay, you put over 300 damage, but I got the kill. Who cares?
Facts.
Work smarter, not harder. The fuck?
That's true.
Now I'm just waiting to freaking get a capture card so that way I can start streaming. Because the one games that I am confident in is Mario Kart. That's the only game. I'm like, that's a couple people in Mario Kart. That's not an issue. But
now,
FPSs.
What got you into video games? What was the first game that you really got like into?
So the first game I've ever played, funny enough, was Pokemon Crystal. Right?
Okay, the classics.
A lot of people are first geners and shit. I'm a second gener.
Okay.
And Pokemon's my favorite like series of all time, which is crazy because if people look at me and shit walking on the streets, they won't even think I play Pokemon or anything like that. Like, I get that you look like a fuckboy or whatever. So, which again, like y'all see me or whatever, I'm your typical nerd geek. Like, I read manga, I watch anime, I play video games. Like, that's my shit. And I did it before it became cool. I was getting made fun of in middle school. So fuck all the cultural vultures that are coming in now trying to promote,
for real.
Like, cool that y'all making it popular, but don't forget the day ones. But yeah, like, I played that, and then I have a cousin, Rafi, who, like, he used to walk around with his GameCube and sleep over my house, and I would just stay up playing games with him all the time, bro. And he put me onto so many games. And then after that, I finally got, like, my own, like, home console, which I think was the PlayStation 2. And then from there, it just kept on building and building. And now we're up to PS5 and we here. And I'll play almost anything and everything. I don't care. Whether I'm ass at it or I'm good at it, I'll give any game a chance. The only thing I don't do is like those fucking light novel games.
Okay.
That's just kind of weird. Like, why would I pay to read a story?
No, that's a fact. That is a fact.
To play a story, my bad, not to read it, because I have paid to read like manga chapters, but like to play a story, like. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying $50 or $60, or if it's a PS5 game, $70 to fucking replay a story. Like, I'm not. Now, if y'all want to give me the money and y'all want to see me play, that's a different story. I'll play whatever y'all want me for money. I don't care.
Now, what would you say is your favorite title or series and least favorite?
So, my favorite definitely used to be Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the problem with Pokemon nowadays is that as you get older, obviously these games are catered to children. You want something a little bit more challenging and whatnot. Like I think it was Gen 7. Well, Gen 6 was complete dog water. That shit was easy as fuck. You could beat the game probably like, I want to say like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Do you speed run?
Was that like the black and white?
No, that's Kalos. That's the one that was like themed after Paris and France and all that shit, where you could finally like customize your character. You could finally make him black if you wanted to. So everybody was hyped. Okay. That was probably like the dopest shit they ever did. Yeah, but starting with that one, everything like just got super, super easy. Elite 4.
Oh, so that's like sun and moon,
No,
right?
That's X and Y.
Oh, X and Y.
Gen 6 is X and Y, yeah. Then I think it was Gen 7, which was Sun and Moon. They introduced the thing where it's like it tells you if the move is gonna be super effective before you use it, or what's not. And it's like,
well, that's kind of stupid. That
I'm like, yo,
the purpose.
You gotta figure it out yourself. What the fuck? I don't want you to tell me.
That's true.
Like, I did not memorize the fucking typing chart and what works against what for you to fucking start telling me that it works. Like, no, make these new people learn too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it just got like. It's just gotten so easy. That's why I'm a big fan of like the ROM hack games, where people just make their own like Pokemon games and shit, because you could set it up to put like Nuzlocke rules, which for those who've never played a Nuzlocke game is where it's like you're only allowed to capture the first Pokemon you encounter in that route. So if you kill it or you don't catch it, that's it. You're asked out for that. If your Pokemon dies or faints in battle, he's dead. You can't use him anymore.
What?
And if you completely like lose a battle, that's it. You have to start all over. That shit makes the games a little bit more challenging, especially if you randomize like the encounters and shit. You'll go through it. You will go through it. Like I've played some ROM hacks where I've lost like a good like 15 times and I've gotten frustrated. Like there's some I haven't even beaten because I'm just like, yo, fuck this shit, bro. Like I want to challenge. But
those are always the most fun games though, because you want to go back even though it's kicking your ass.
The crazy part is with games like that like in the moment you'll get your ass beat or whatever, you'll put it down, and then like 3 months from now you'll just have a random memory where like, yo, I could have done this. What the fuck? And then you go back and try to beat it again, because that's what happens to me a lot. But to continue answering your question, if you want to talk about like my least favorite, and I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I play it a lot, but I play it just because everybody else is playing, it's Call of Duty. I don't care. I don't care for Call of Duty. I'm sorry. Like again, I play it because other people are playing it, to play with my friends or whatever. Like I don't care, but like if my friends weren't playing that shit, I probably wouldn't be playing it either. I don't see it's the same shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to play Call of Duty like a lot, but it was more for like the story. Like all of the Modern Warfares up to Modern Warfare 3 was perfect. Like the story was well driven, well paced. It made you feel like you were an action like superstar. But then like by the time we got to like, what was it? Black Ops? I want to say Black Ops 3. I was like, what the fuck is happening at this point?
So,
like,
so for me, I think story-wise, the last story I ever played or campaign was, I think, the Modern Warfare campaign with Captain Price.
Yeah.
Then after that, I goated as fuck, because that shit made me feel like I thought I was like when they killed, I think, who was it, Roach and them? I was about to cry, bro. I was like, yo, they were my boys. Damn. Because I'll be honest, I get attached to characters, bro. Any game I play, I get attached. So if a character dies and I was fucking with him, I'm like, yo, that sucks. Oh man. But as far as like the only thing I enjoy playing in Call of Duty is zombies, which again is funny because I'm a big ass bitch, so I get scared easily. So I'll be freaking the fuck out when a horde is after me and shit. But I enjoy it. I like doing the Easter eggs. But like multiplayer and shit at this point, I play it to kill time or to talk shit. I don't. It's not, because the skill gap is so like you're either great at the fucking game or you're ass.
Yeah, there's no in between.
There's no in between.
And the minute, not at all. And the minute you do good in one game, and like you have one good game where you popped off, you have 30 kills, only 4 deaths. The matchmaking is gonna humble you real quick.
Real quick. They'll put you in the elite status.
Yeah, they'll put you in a lobby where it's like all you'll see is like wannabe phase members and shit all in a clan. You're getting fucking sniped from across the map. Fuck that, yo. Like
all the gamers with the YT at the end of their username, follow me on
YouTube, or the clan tag TTV. which is funny because I have that clan tag too, but I ain't a sweat. Or, you know, the ones that paid like $600 for a good ass gaming chair and shit. Yeah. And not to mention that the state of COD right now is complete trash because of the hackers and everything. And Activision
that's a fact. Yeah.
Like, you have Tim.
Well, how do you feel about that though? Because there is a lot of hackers on there, and I don't know, if you go on Twitch, you see people just proudly uploading them, just hacking the game, cheating their ass off.
The problem is,
from what I hear,
that
they can't really do anything about it.
No. Time out. They can. Because there's a lot of games where there's hackers. For example, like let's take a game like GTA 5, right? You want to be a hacker? Cool. The servers will put you in a lobby with just other players who are hackers.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Like, there's modded lobbies for a reason because there's people who don't care about the hacking and shit, and they think of it as just like it's funny. And then there's other regular lobbies for people who like to enjoy themselves. The problem with Call of Duty is that the hacking isn't affecting Activision's pockets. They don't care.
It doesn't hurt them. Yeah, it doesn't hurt them.
Now, there was one hack that they had that literally was only active for 2 days, where if the hacker shot you, it unlocked every bundle that Activision was selling. You get every gun, every skin, everything. That was hurting their pockets, and that they fixed in like, I want to say less than 24 hours. Because that was affecting their pockets. They were like, oh, no, we can't have that. But if you want to have an aimbot that you can shoot into the sky or the floor and that shit kills you, you're in fucking Summit and that shit kills you in prison, like, which for those who don't play Warzone, that's just like across the whole map.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care. But I will say that they probably will start caring soon because, like, Nick Merckx got off COD. Tim the Tatman only watches people play COD now. Like, he barely plays it himself. Like, they're going to Apex and shit. Like, look at a game like Apex. Apex doesn't, like, it probably does have hackers, but it doesn't suffer from hacking as much as COD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Overwatch was popular, I never played a game of Overwatch where there was a hacker.
But now those games are more specifically like geared towards like the online. Like there's no story mode. It's just the online. So it feels like they spent more time making sure that there's like more like polish on it. Does that make sense? Like
no, yeah, but at the
they
same
actually
time,
care more about
bro,
it.
If we're being realistic, the community that actually cares about the campaign in COD, bro, if we're looking at a pie chart of 100%, it's probably like 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Nobody buys COD to play campaign anymore.
Yeah.
Like
the story is too repetitive at this point. You've seen it all.
I've had the last 3 CODs, bro. I have not even touched the campaign.
Cold War
have not touched the campaign. Like, I don't touch it, and I'm sure a shit ton of people don't touch the campaign unless they're super bored or waiting for their boys to get on.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm just waiting for people to get on. I'll just be smoking hookah. Like.
Now, with your Twitch streaming, who do you watch? Who's the person that you watch when you jump on Twitch?
I'll be honest, I don't watch people on Twitch. I just watch my friends to support them.
Okay.
I watch some VOD clips and shit on like YouTube. But like, I don't know, cause my thing is, if you watch like big streamers and shit like that, it's like a double-edged sword. Cause on one side, you know, you see what they've amassed and everything, and you're like, yo, I want to do that. Like, yeah, like I want that. But then on the other side, like, Twitch is a slow grind. Like, and you'll see these people, especially like you're a female. Like, if you're an attractive female and you have a webcam and you jump on Twitch, you're gaining subs and followers like that.
Like
instantly.
Yep.
But if you're a guy, like, you actually have to have something who doesn't know anybody or doesn't have anything. Like, you actually have to build your shit up on the ground floor. Like,
gotta have some skill.
Yeah, like, you have to be entertaining. So I don't want to go on, like, for example, like, I don't want to go to Tim the Tatman's fucking Twitch when he's live and shit and see him with all these viewers and shit and be like, damn, bro, this man has over 500, like, over 300,000 people watching him live right now. I only have like 4 people watching him.
Yeah.
Like, that shit'll fuck up your mood real quick. So.
But you gotta think, everybody started at that point. Like, before Tim the Tatman started popping off, he probably only had like 10,
and
11
that's
people.
Understandable. That's cool. But I'm also very sure that Tim the Tatman was just focused on his craft. He wasn't really like going on Twitch to watch, like, let's say FaZe Banks or whatever, or Nate Shot from 100 Thieves. Like, he wasn't going on Twitch to watch them, or he was probably watching them on YouTube and shit. But like, he was focused on himself And then when he built his community up and everything, he started reaching out and playing with them and building a good rapport. And that's cool. Like once you get a good, decent amount of followings, like it's good to link up with other people who are around your level and try to help each other, build each other up and whatnot. But like, or you can get lucky like Ninja did and out of nowhere ended up in a game with fucking Drake and shit and go from an okay streamer to fucking just catapulted into
superstar status.
Now, sticking on that topic of the female Twitch streamer theme here, how do you feel about recently in Twitch? I know they were having like a problem where they were having like these hot tub streams where these women were just jumping into hot tubs and doing absolutely nothing but shaking ass pretty much and gaining mad subs. How do you feel about that?
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna knock anybody for getting a bag.
Facts.
That's cool. Like, but at the same time, you can't sit here and argue with me and say that when it comes to like social media or anything like Twitch or YouTube, if you aren't a decently attractive woman or you're a woman who is like super body positivity on some like Lizzo shit, because let's be honest, guys are dogs. Guys will they don't care how you look. They just want to see something. They do not care.
Sound like somebody on this stream right now.
It ain't me.
And it ain't me, so process of elimination.
I'm probably the pickiest person you'll ever meet when it comes to shit like that. But, so yeah, like it comes very easy for them. Because guys, like one of my friends over there, while I was on vacation, showed me somebody that she graduated from high school with, that she gets paid by old men to kick them in the nuts.
Wait. Time out. What?
Yeah, bro. Like, I forgot the girl's name or whatever, but she literally showed me, and this girl on her Twitter and everything was posting like all the bank statements and everything. These guys were sending her like $600 and shit just to have her kick them in the nuts.
Damn.
Like, y'all get me? Like,
bro.
And don't get me wrong, I understand women have had it hard over the years and everything. The women's movement to vote, cool, I get that. But as it stands on today, like even though things might not be equal in certain aspects, y'all have it way better off than me, because I'm gonna be honest. I would love for old ladies to pay me $600 to kick them in the vagina. I love it. What? I'll get a steel toe fucking Tim real quick and make this shit throb, yo. Like, but as far as like the hot tub streams and everything goes, the problem with shit like that is that it was bordering on a line where it was getting to the point where, like, what should be okay and what shouldn't be okay. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember there's kids also on this platform.
Okay.
And some of these girls were constantly pushing that envelope. And most of the girls who were constantly pushing the envelope are the girls that have the OnlyFans or shit, or have like a hub account. So it's like, as a guy, like, I can't come on Twitch, put on a fucking Speedo and do like the fucking helicopter and shit and expect my because the only people who find me attractive to do shit like that would probably be some overheated and shit, and they not on Twitch. They don't know how to make that shit work. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's a weird stigmatism, like if girls are doing things provocative that are attracting little boys, yeah, it's like, yo, like, it's bad, but it's not as bad as a grown-ass man doing something provocative that's attracting little girls. Like, if you do some shit like that,
that's a good point.
They will find your IPS, VPN, all that shit, and you will get locked the fuck up.
That is a great point. I never thought about that.
But if Amarath is shaking ass and she has a bunch of 8-year-old boys in her chat watching her and shit, and, beating they shit off to her, whatever, it don't matter.
See, the thing is with that, like, if you're gonna go that route to like try to, like seduce little girls, you're gonna have to try mad hard. Now it's opposite with little boys, because them niggas is just horny all the time. So like, all you gotta do is just turn on your camera, and the niggas is gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
But Twitch also promotes them heavy, bro. Like, I go on my Twitch homepage and shit, and all I have is like 8 to 10 straight females, just ASMR videos, hot tub video, this, and I'm just like, trying on my new bikinis and shit. I'm just like, so Twitch is actively pushing these accounts.
That is a fact.
Because it's making the money. Again, it doesn't hurt their pockets. They don't care.
Now, I believe that the Twitch CEO is a female. Now, she got a lot of backlash. Now, for some reason, on Twitch, you are no longer allowed to use the word simp because it's like a derogatory term or some shit. Bro. So, bro, how do we feel about that? The word simp, you can't be a simp on Twitch.
I blame Pokemon for that shit 100%.
Okay.
And that was mostly, if I'm recalling correctly, it was mostly because people were attacking. This was like I want to say early COVID, when people had nothing better to do than just be on Twitch and shit, and they were getting mad money, the stimulus checks and shit. So kids were blowing their parents' money and shit on these donations and everything. And it's like these females know that like if they're attractive and they do little cutesy things or whatever, guys are gonna donate money. So bitter guys who were upset because they can't do little cutesy things and just get people to donate them money and shit. We're started calling people simps, which is just a term for like a guy who is doing the most for a female that's not really going to give him anything. Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah. They might say thank you for the 50 sub. Oh, thank you for the $10 donation. But they're not. You're not linking up with them in real life. Like
for real.
You're not getting anything out of that. You just made their pockets bigger. So yeah, so the bitter guys, their fan bases are simps. This, that, and the third. And she was getting a lot of those type of shits in the chat. And because Pokemon is one of the biggest people on Twitch, her community getting attacked is not a good look because then it upsets her. And if she's upset, it affects Twitch's pocket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they made it a banned word, but at the same time, simp is like one of those words where it's like, oh, you're a geek. Oh, you're a nerd. Oh, you're a job. It's just it's just harmless. A label, bro. It's stupid. Who cares, bro? If you want to be a simp, be a simp, bro. Nobody cares. Just own that shit. Don't fucking. I'm not a simp, bro. You're a simp. It's okay. Who cares?
They literally just say that to get a reaction out of you, and if you get that reaction out,
no. Well, at the same time, I'll call somebody a simp because you're acting like a fucking simp. Like I do not give a fuck about if you're gonna get mad about it or whatever. No, if you're acting like a simp, I'm gonna let you know you acting like a simp.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you want to get your feelings hurt over a fucking word, bro, like there's other worse things I could call you that'll really hurt your feelings. Like there's racist, homophobic slur. Like there's a lot of stuff I could call you that'll really hurt your feelings, and you upset over simp. Really? Okay. This is why I say we gotta bring bullying back in moderation.
100% agree. 100% agree. We need to bring bullying back because to a healthy extent, without bullying, you make a bunch of people that just like can't handle like their emotions. They can't handle it.
Well, y'all on Twitter, on like the early days of Twitter, bro. That shit was toxic as fuck, bro. Like, the kids these days, bro, could not survive in the old Twitter days. Like, that shit was actively logging into an active battlefield with nothing but landmines.
Anything you said could have set somebody off.
Yeah. Now it's the same thing. There's landmines, but it's all about cancel culture.
Yeah.
Oh, you said something. Let's say it's I'm 25 right now. Let's say I blow up, cool, whatever. By the time I'm 30, somebody who doesn't have anything better to do is gonna be like, oh, Faust said this homophobic slur in 2012. Cancel him. Bro, I was like 11 or some shit. Like, what?
Now, here's the thing. When we were kids, we didn't have to worry about like social media and stuff like that. But kids that have been born like recently in the last couple like decades since social media like really took off, most of their life is gonna be documented online. Anything they say when they're like 5 to 10 years old could possibly be used against them later on when they're like 25 or 30 years old. That's what I'm saying.
Like, there should be a grace period. Because at the end of the day, I feel like till you're like 18, you don't really know any better. It's all about being edgy and cool.
Yeah.
So the same way where it's like you're not allowed to vote till you're 18, in America at least. whatever you say in social media up until you turn 18 should just be either fucking just cleaned off the internet, should just be scrubbed, or should not be taken as serious. Cause bro, everybody says stupid shit when they're kids.
That is a fact.
Everybody before they were 18 has said a homophobic slur, a racist slur, something. Did they really mean it in the intent of like, of actually what the word means, or cool, or like in that term? That's up to how they were raised or whatever. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but like me, with like, for example, like the F word that the LGBTQ plus community used to be called.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to use it when I was younger, not to like insult like an actual person of that community. I used it when like my friend was playing like an asshole in a game and he was pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really on some like, oh, you really are a, like, no.
Yeah.
It was more like, yo, stop playing like a.
And that's funny because there's actually a whole like South Park episode dedicated to that. I don't know if y'all saw it. So it's basically them. They had like a group of
bikers,
a motorcycle
bikers,
gang. Yeah, a motorcycle gang, and they actually went into detail about it. It's like, hey, we're not calling them that to be homophobic. They're just acting like assholes.
Yeah, and I get the other side of the argument. It's like, well, you don't want a word that was used to like degrade us to be used as like a funny comment or whatever, for or like just use asshole instead. And it's like, I get that, but at the same time, like, bro, if you keep on letting words hurt you and shit, like, me calling you that is not going to stop money coming into your pockets. It's really not.
It really isn't.
It's not gonna stop you from finding your significant other. Like, it's not really gonna change or affect your life. Like, yeah, you might be hurt for like 0.2 seconds, and if you really soft, it might fuck up your day. But like, realistically, like, who cares, yo? Like, get over it.
Now, here's something that I've learned from the time that I was like younger up until now. If you've been like bullied, you build up a tolerance to that, to the point where nobody can phase you out. You reach a point where nobody can really phase you with what they say.
Bro.
You're just like, oh, okay, I've heard that before. That's
and
not
here's
that.
The thing.
Yeah. I heard worse.
Yeah, I've heard worse.
Here's the thing. Anybody who comes from an ethnic family, there's no worse bullies than your own fucking family.
Than your own family. They know how to pick you apart.
Bro.
My grandma on my mom's side used to call us bitches, motherfucker. Like, bro, she used to violate.
I would have enjoyed being called a bitch or a mother. Bro, I was called 4 eyes, big head. My stepdad.
My grandma used to be like, you ugly motherfucker. I look like a gorilla. All this crazy shit.
My stepdad has this bad habit of like, he'll see a kid and instead of memorizing their name or learning their name, he'll pick out like what their biggest feature flaw is. And then, like, if you have a big nose, guess what? Your name is not East. If you have big ears, Oído.
No way.
Like, yo. For the non-Spanish speakers, he was literally calling a little kid with a big nose. He was literally calling him nose, or ears, or big head, like that. You just build a tolerance to it, yo.
You build a tolerance,
yeah.
though.
I remember when I was younger, my aunt walked in on me watching an episode of Hey Arnold. And she looked at Arnold, looked at me and said, I look like him. I was like, yo. Like, what type of shit is that? And even to this day, I get comments like, yo, you're lucky that your body grew into your head because you had a big ass head when you were younger. You were super skinny. So any moment we thought you were about to fall over on either side, like. But again, you just. Who cares?
It really is like that. You dead ass like build a tolerance over time. Yeah.
Like, I get it. Younger kids, you know, your feelings get hurt easier. You take shit way more serious than it needs to be because you haven't really experienced life. But like, if you over the age of like 18, and I get it, people have past trauma and whatnot. That's not to downplay their trauma. But like, bro, it's just a word. It's just
really, it really is.
I'm just making jokes, bro. Like, if nobody's physically causing harm to you, and that's not knocking verbal or emotional abuse, but at the same time, it's all about building a thicker skin.
Yeah.
Like, don't be so soft, bro.
Yeah. And you remember that old saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me." Where has that been? They like threw that right out the window.
What happened to that?
Bro,
what happened to that, really?
Bro, what happened to that was the same. It probably happened on the same time when participation trophies became a thing.
That is true.
That is
once that whole
what happened.
No child left behind. No, some children get left behind, bro. Some people are just bad. Like they just suck. It is what it is. I mean, I live by the mantra, fuck them kids, I don't care. But like, I swear to God, if I grow up and I have kids and my son or daughter bring, or whatever they want to identify as at this point, because that's a whole nother topic. But if they bring a fucking like, Daddy, I got a participation trophy, I'm throwing that shit out.
Yeah,
if you ain't bring me anything from gold to bronze, bro, you lost.
Yeah, you ain't earned it.
You lost, bro. Like, don't come to me with that. Like, no, I'm glad that you tried and you had fun. Cool, but you still lost. Like, you have to understand what losing means.
Yeah.
Like, just take the L and work harder next time so you do better. Because if you just get these kids participation trophies, they get complacent.
Yes.
And then
they're not gonna try it. So they're gonna be like, I know I'm gonna get this trophy at the end of the season anyway. Why even try?
When I was younger, I knew shit was fucked up because my mom had signed me up for Little League with my cousin. And I hate baseball. Hate playing that shit. But all my cousins, everybody fucking love playing that shit. And they always drag my ass. My mom signed me up for the team, bro. I never played once. Every time I was there, bro, I was just chugging the iced tea. And every time it was my turn to bat, I would just run to the bathroom and go pee. And I still got a participation trophy. And I looked at it, I was like, I didn't do anything. I'll take the trophy, but I ain't do nothing.
It feels like an empty victory.
Yeah.
Like, if anything,
it
just teaches.
Thank you for showing up.
Basically, like, I did the bare minimum. And that shit fucks you up. Because then you start getting to that mentality where it's like, oh, all I got to do is show up and everything will be good. And don't get me wrong, like,
things get handed to you.
I'm like, I've gone through those phases where it's like, I get into that mindset where it's like, all I got to do is show up and I'll be valid. And don't get me wrong, sometimes my reasoning gets justified. Other times it's like, fuck, I should have put in a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't want people like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you need to develop or polish some type of skill that you're good at so you could fly. Like, showing up should not be your talent. Like, I have great time management skills. I can show up. Like, yeah. Like, what else can you do?
What else can you do? For real.
Like,
nah, and that brings, like, my other point. I be thinking about this shit a lot. Like, high school, bro. Like, academically, I just showed up and passed.
Bro.
But thinking back on it, I was like, bro, if I would have put the extra effort in, the extra, time studying, get better grades, I could have got like a scholarship, something light.
Right.
And now in the future, I don't have to pay for college because I just put the work in early and I just basically get a free ride type
Which
shit.
is okay and cool, but at the end of the day, and this is my problem with the school system and everything, you don't get taught anything that you can use in real life. It don't matter. Bro, are they teaching you about loans? Are they teaching you about finances and shit like that? How to properly manage your bank account?
But they do teach you stuff that they're going to teach you in college. So if you get good grades in high school, you go to college for free. That's what I'm trying to say.
They don't teach you shit that you're going to be learning in college. They teach you a bunch of random classes that if you do well, you could get a free college. Because for example, if you want to go into biology, if you want to be a doctor, why the fuck are you taking fucking history class, British history? What does that have to do with you?
You got British history in high school?
Yeah, I did. I had British history and literature.
We had American history, and that shit was the bare minimum.
Bro, and that's another thing, bro. They gotta update these textbooks, bro. I swear to God, the next edition of textbook doesn't have like COVID-19 as like the final chapter in that shit. Because history class was the same thing every year, bro. You start off at like the age of exploration. You go to the Renaissance, and the age of exploration or whatever. Then America,
the industrial revolution.
Yeah,
but bro, listen, we don't gotta worry about history books because if your high school was like my high school, nigga, you flip to page 5, you see a giant dick on the page. Niggas don't give a fuck about the books, so why are they gonna give you new ones just so you can draw in them, rip them, lose them?
My thing is at the same time, you should be allowed to take classes that, like when you're a kid, you have these. I want to be an astronaut. I want to do this, that, and the third. Cool. Start promoting shit in classes or whatever that can drive these kids to actually want to see if they're interested in that career. Because the last thing you want to do is go to college and be like, yeah, I want to be a doctor. You waste fucking 2 years of your life, 4 semesters to realize, yo, I don't want to be a doctor.
Now, here's the thing. This is a problem with poor people, not rich people. Because I was actually reading on people like Bill Gates, like how his childhood was. He had the opportunity of going to like a higher end school. Now, his school gave him the opportunity to just skip class completely and just go program all day because they knew that's what he was interested in. So it's poor people that get put in those boxes where you have to go to these classes that have nothing to do with what you're interested in. That's the problem. They're not tailoring to the actual kid.
Because at the end of the day, you can't compare a person who's lower on the financial ladder to somebody who's higher up. Because Bill Gates, if he wanted to, could have fucking taken as many classes as he wants because he had the money to pay for that shit.
No. But this was when he was a kid. His parents, parents were rich. His parents had the money to pay for whatever classes he wanted to. If
that's true.
If you're going up in a low income home, I can't fuck around and be like, oh, I wasted 4 years and got this liberal arts degree. Guess what? I'm about to go back and try to get a political science degree. Like, no, we're not about to drop another $50K for you to go back and another 4 years. You better put that liberal arts degree to work.
For real.
That reminded me of a story. I was younger, right? I was really into drawing type shit. I seen this commercial on TV. It was about, art school. And I didn't know the whole process of like where it's at. I didn't even know where the school was located at. So I go up to my mom. I was like, yo, mom, I want to be an artist when I grow up. There's an art school. Enroll me in it. She dead ass looked at me and said, you going to public school, my nigga, and just keep it at that. I was like, guess I'm going to public school.
My thing is,
but it's like,
I mean, at the same time, there's also like, I'll be honest, there's a field of work where it's the risk, and I get it, like, if you ain't risking shit, like, you're not gonna make big money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I know I'm not gonna drop X amount of money for my kid to go to school and be a fucking artist. Oh, wow, you can paint really nice. You know your colors, you know your different shades.
You don't need to go to school for that.
Facts, 1. And 2, you need to be able to do something that can give you tangible results, because we live in a day and age where everybody wants anything and everything as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very hard to try to convince, especially like the older generation too, because they put in a lot of work. They don't want to see fucking their kid painting a picture that's not going to be worth anything till fucking 15 years from now. Like, nah, they want results now.
Right away.
They already put in the work for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it goes back to like that Twitch shit. Like, a lot of people fucking quit early because they'll stream for like 4 or 5 months and their followers hasn't passed a certain limit or whatever, or their daily view. It's like, bro, you just gotta constantly keep doing it. Eventually, it's going to work. That's why I fuck with what's this guy's name? The guy who made Losing Control. He's a white guy with long hair. Russ. Because Russ dropped, I think it was like 11 projects within a time span of 4 years. That for free, like over 90 tracks on SoundCloud. Like, you fuck with him, you don't, whatever, that's cool. But my man's work ethic was phenomenal. And when he finally blew up, he had the leverage because people would find his music, find a song they like, and they're like, oh, let's see if he has any other songs. And you go to his SoundCloud, now you have this whole fucking catalog of 90 songs that you can buy through and shit. Yeah. And that's how old songs started blowing up and shit. And when he finally blew up, he had the leverage to be able to say, well, I don't want a contract because I already have my following. I'm making money already. Like, y'all can't sign me to these deals that y'all signing other artists to where y'all essentially fuck them over. Yeah. Because what people don't know is whatever money you get from a signed deal, whatever, you have to pay that shit back. Yeah, that's like they're loaning you the money. It's they front you the money and they take a cut of whatever you make on profit. A large cut. Yeah. And then these artists be complaining, talking about, my label won't let me out the contract. Of course they're not gonna let you out the contract, bro. They gave you money. They just gave you $100,000 for you to try to triple their investment, and you went out and bought cars. Yeah. Like, pay them their money first. Then they'll let you out of the contract.
But they also be taking advantage because they know like up and coming artists, they don't have a lot of money, so they throw in like $1 million, $1 million to one of us.
Course.
But then they be asking for like 10, 11 albums. But if you blow up in that time, bro, that you could have made like $100 million off that $1 million. Yeah. So it sucks both ways.
Look at one of my favorite artists, T-Pain. When he dropped, I think it was Sprung. The Atlantic, I think, was the label that wanted him. They were gonna give him, I think, like $1 million or some shit, right, for just that single. And then they were gonna keep on paying him for singles and shit. Akon approached him and was like, "Yo, I could give you, I think it was like 100,000 in a career." And he took the shit. He took the deal with Akon, and look at him now, like he's chilling.
He is chilling.
He has a career. A lot of the new artists with that autotune and shit, they got it from T-Pain. Like he's straight chilling, bro. Like you could play any old classic T-Pain song and people still be jumping and shit. As opposed to people who just think like people, again, it goes back into that whole people want immediate results. People don't look at the long term things. Like people see $1 million and like, oh, I could get the $1 million now. Now again,
but they don't see the grind.
If you don't have it and you're really down bad at the moment, like you're just gonna sign because you just want that money. Yeah, which is understandable.
For real.
But you can't bitch and complain when that shit comes and bites you in the ass later on. Because everybody's looking out for themselves, bro, at the end of the day. Those companies are looking to fill their pockets up. They don't care.
For real.
It's that simple.
And it comes with like the easy come, easy go, because a lot of these people who do sign that $1 million deal, if they're like dirt poor, that shit gone in like 3 months. They buy a chain, they buy a crib,
bro,
they buy a couple cars.
If you give me $1 million right now, bro, give me 2 days.
To waste it?
More than 2 days?
I will spend $1 million in 2 days. You can give me $1 million right now, bro. Right now. And I give you in 24 hours from right now, bro, I'll already be down to like $300,000.
See, but this is another part of the problem here, because rich people and poor people don't spend their money the same. A rich person receives $1 million and they'll keep 90% of it and only spend 10%, while a poor person will spend 90% of it and keep 10% of it.
The problem is, because again, bro, when you're lower on the financial ladder, you're used to not having shit. So when you get a big influx of money, you want shit. You want stuff.
You want stuff,
like, best believe, bro, if you give me $1 million, I'm going on Amazon right now. I'm ordering a nice ass computer build. I'm fucking ordering nice ass TVs, bro. I'm hooking my room up. I'm getting a nice car. I'm probably gonna find a nicer apartment. Like I'm doing all of that. Rich people, they already have that. They already have that. They don't care.
Need more. They don't need more.
It's not that they don't need it, because nobody really needs anything. They don't want it. Why? They already have good stuff. They don't care. Like if they get it, cool. If they don't, cool. But like us as people who are lower on the financial ladder, just be like, shit, that new McLaren that dropped, that shit go fast.
See, not some people though.
I mean, me, bro, you can see me with a Corolla, bro, and I'll be happy as fuck. I don't care.
Right.
Give me a Corolla, bro.
I'll be in a CRV till that shit break.
Facts, bro. My Corolla has over 280,000 miles, bro. And I'm still driving that. Until that shit says no, I'm driving that shit, bro.
And it's a Toyota, so it's bulletproof. It's bulletproof.
Exactly, bro. Like, until that shit just says physically, like, I can't go anymore, then I'll be like, okay. Are you sure?
It just need an oil change.
That's all it is.
New spark plugs, bro. We valid. Like, but again, it all falls under like what you're into. Like, I will never spend money on cars because I'm not a big car. Even though I worked at Mercedes-Benz and shit for like over almost 3 years of my life, like I don't care for cars. As long as it gets me from point A to point B, I do not care, bro. I'll be the type to buy a Sprinter van and be happy as fuck. Make that shit into a mobile hookah lounge and shit and be happy as fuck.
Hey, that's a multi-million-dollar business idea right there.
You would think, but with COVID, no. Ain't nobody smoking hookah randomly from a fucking car. That is mad sus.
From a white van with no windows.
That is sus. They gonna be thinking I'm out here snatching children or some shit, bro. I'm good.
Oh,
That's more
man.
for like, if I go to the lake or some shit, or if I'm tailgating a game or some shit, like I have my mobile hookah lounge, like that's lit. But like for me to be driving this fucking streets in New York talking about, yo, I got a hookah lounge in the back seat. You want to hop on? Like, no. No, that's not gonna happen, bro. Like, no, it's not. Like, that's why I'm surprised that people have done like that mobile like barber shit, where they have like a whole barber setup in the suspension van or whatever. It's like, yeah, it looks cool, but that's sketchy as fuck. Like, people who do that shit are really playing with their lives, because what's stopping them from closing that door and just driving off with you?
For real.
Realistically.
For real.
Because you're trusting a complete stranger that just pulled up to you in a van to put a blade near your neck.
Yeah, that shit is wild. That shit is wild.
Bugging. Fuck that. I'm good, bro.
All right, Fausto, but I got one last question for you, and I want to debate this because I know you're gonna have a strong sentiment on this. PlayStation versus Xbox. What's your stance on this?
No competition, bro. PlayStation, Sony, bro.
All day.
Not even with the Xbox One and PS5s coming out, you feel like Xbox still doesn't.
Look at sales alone, bro. It was way harder to cop a PS5 than it was to get an Xbox One.
But all right, sales aside, do you feel like PlayStation has done enough, like, innovation in the new PS5?
No. It's not. At this point, what people are understanding is that it's not about innovation.
Okay.
It's not. Nobody gives. It's about what games are available.
Oh, that is a good point.
That's all that people. The only thing people care about are what games are available to play on the console you are playing in. That's why a lot of people are just migrating to PC, because on PC you can play whatever.
Yeah, I play on PC, so yeah, I understand that.
Like everybody's dream, everybody's going out to probably get a PC.
But now here's a problem on the PC side. Now, Microsoft owns Microsoft Windows, and they also own Xbox. They pretty much link the two together to the point where I can play most Xbox games on the PC as if I'm playing on an Xbox. So most games. There's a lot of cross-platform.
Most games that you play that are available on PlayStation are also available on like Steam accounts and shit like that. If not, you have probably access to more games. But the problem when you're talking about just the consoles themselves, PlayStation versus Xbox, the only people who still play Xbox like that are people who are just big fans of games like Gears of War or Halo, and shit like games that they know that PlayStation will not get. Like, take my friend Eddie. He was a big Xbox head, bro. That man hasn't touched his Xbox in years. He's probably gonna play it. I mean, now he has a PC, but if he didn't, he was probably just gonna touch his Xbox when the new Halo dropped. That was it. Like, and even with shit like that, like, we got games like Splitgate now, even though their fucking beta was fucking trash as far as queuing times, which is like that old classic Halo 4v4 matches and shit, where it literally had the Halo feel for that's cross-platform. And the more we get cross-platform games, the more the console that you have doesn't really matter at this point. But people just prefer PlayStation at the current moment. Numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers do not lie.
And that
Xbox
developers
have been shit in the bed.
That is a fact, and developers can pick up on that, and that's why they would prefer to drop on PlayStation than they would on Xbox. That is a good point.
Well, it depends, because if a company's offering you X amount of money for an exclusive, you might as well take the money, because that's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Whether your game flops or not, it don't matter. They paid you for it. They don't care. Like, it is what it is. And some companies get so good exclusives. Like, I'd be surprised if Sony ever got the rights to publish a Halo game. Like, Xbox is not gonna get that.
That would never happen. Yeah, no, ever.
Exactly.
The Gears of War, Halo, all of the Forzas, that would never drop on PlayStation ever.
But then Sony has their own shit like Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not sure they have any like exclusive shooters on Sony. I don't really care for FPSs personally. But again, Xbox, it doesn't matter, bro. I've only owned one Xbox in my life, and that was a 360, and that was just to play with one of my friends who had an Xbox.
Facts. That is true. I got an Xbox too, because my neighbor down the street had an Xbox, and then one of my boys from college. No lie, I literally played Minecraft and NBA, whatever the fuck was out that time. Other than that,
I only played Assassin's Creed Black Flag on that Xbox. That was it. I did not care for anything else. I did not give it like. And that was because they had multiplayer mode in that shit, where it's like a game of like hide and seek or manhunt type shit that I would play online. That's it. Aside from that, plus you gotta remember, I think it was before PS4. Sony's online was free.
Yeah, free to play.
And Xbox, you had to pay.
Now, here's the thing.
Now you gotta pay for both, so it doesn't really matter. But
on Xbox Live on PC, it is still free. My guess is what they're gonna try to do is try to connect the two on the console and the PC, so that it's both free online. That's what I'm thinking that Sony is the best play.
The minute they do that shit, it's gonna, and if it really affects their pockets, you're gonna see a company like Sony pairing up with a company like Apple. And then on the Macs, you're gonna have the same shit that you have on PC, but with Sony. And if they do that, it's not gonna matter.
But here's the thing: none of the developers ever optimize their game for Macs because there's no like PC gamers that play on a Mac. And if there are, it's very small.
Because Macs you can't switch parts and shit like that.
Yeah.
But if Apple wants to, they could start.
If they wanted to, but who's gonna buy a goddamn $5,000 computer to play games? Like the average person will probably spend between $500 and $1,200 for a PC.
If you have the money, bro, I'm gonna be honest right now, and the fact that Macs barely get viruses, bro.
That's a small chunk. That's a small chunk of PC gaming.
But look at this, bro. If you go back 5-6 years, people were saying the same shit. Like, why would I drop $1,200, $1,500 for a PC, but I could just buy a console? And now everybody wants to buy PC. Yeah. It's all about.
But you can do more on the PC though. That's why.
But yeah, because it's paired up with Xbox.
Yeah.
And there's ROM hacks and shit, but you can still download a ROM hack game on a Mac. You could still, like, if Mac starts making PCs where you can change like the capture card and all this shit and everything, the graphics card, all that good stuff, people will buy Macs.
But
people will buy Macs.
Apple would never do that for the simple reason that they like to control everything in their products. Everything has to be under their control.
But they can also make their own graphic cards and shit like that. It's just they don't feel the need they have to because they're not in the gaming.
Now
Microsoft had to do that because they would have had to sell. They would have had to sell their company because Xbox sales are fucking gonna put them financially in the ground. So they had to do shit where they incorporated Xbox to try to boost Xbox sales. Because that shit was gonna tank, bro. Like that Xbox One shit, that shit alone looks like a fucking tower for a PC.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There are PCs that are literally like shaped exactly like the Xbox One before it even came out. They literally stole the design. Yeah. I think Corsair is the one that drops a computer that looks exactly like the Xbox One, but that costs like $1,500 compared to a $500 console. So
that's why I was like, I'd rather just get a PlayStation 5 right now where I can stream from it and whatnot than drop $1,500 on a computer because that's an extra $1,000 that I'm saving that I could just buy games. And
you can spend on games
and hookah flavor and my hookah addiction and whatnot. So, you know,
valid.
It is.
So, can we agree that PlayStation over Xbox?
For now, we can agree.
It's getting to the point where even Nintendo at one point was doing better than Xbox.
I think Nintendo is doing better than Xbox right now. The Switch sells. They sell.
Yeah.
The Switch started selling, bro, during COVID, bro, because everybody wanted to play the new Animal Crossing and shit.
Yeah.
That's true. Remember when they were raffling off on Facebook and Instagram Live? That was a wild era. The
problem with Nintendo is that they don't have dedicated servers. They don't have a dedicated like chat system. Like I don't want to have to download an app on my phone.
But
talk to my friends that I'm playing with.
Here's the thing.
Why am I turning on my PS5 to start a party chat to play fucking Mario Kart with my friends? Why do I have to like FaceTime my friends, or why do I have to fucking just touch my phone in general to play a Nintendo game with my friend? Like Nintendo has to just make a fucking like PlayStation has the PS chat, the PS parties. Xbox has their own shit. Nintendo gotta get on that. On top of that, have you ever even tried playing Smash Online, bro? That shit is dog water. The only server that they have that's good online is Mario Kart. That's it. And Pokemon 20 seconds. There's barely anything going on in that. But like most of their games online servers are fucking garbage.
Now here's the thing. We can say that Nintendo is technically in third place whenever they like comparing their consoles. But in terms of titles, Nintendo just takes the cake every single time. They got all the hits. Every single one of the hits. Tell me
Nintendo has classics, bro.
Exactly. They got all the hits. All of the party games, you want to play them on Nintendo. You're gonna play Mario Kart. You're gonna play all of the Smash Bros. They literally got all the hits. Let's be honest.
Because at the end of the day, Nintendo's been out longer.
Yeah.
Okay, name me one more iconic video game character than Mario.
You can't. You really can't.
Name me
He
one.
is the most iconic.
Exactly. You have.
Yeah.
Then they got Sega. They got Sega games. So Sonic, even though Sonic made some appearances in fucking like PlayStation and Xbox games, but he's mostly tied to Nintendo now, like the Mario and Sonic Olympic games and all that bullshit. Pokemon's exclusive to Nintendo. Like Nintendo has exclusive rights to a lot of games that cater to children. And then the games that aren't catered to children but children still play, you can still play them on Nintendo, such as like Fortnite.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. But my problem with Nintendo is that they also get super complacent. Bro, all the Mario games are the same. All the Pokemon games are the same. It got to the point where in Mario Kart, instead of putting in new tracks, like they'll put in like 2 or 3 new tracks, but the majority of the time it's just them using old tracks, reskinning old tracks.
But I feel like Nintendo has gotten to the point where they're not really competing with Microsoft or Sony. They're just putting out what they think people will find interesting and fun. Like they know that their fan base is just gonna be like loyal to them as long as they give them something new. That's what I'm guessing.
Because if you look back again, this goes to tell you that numbers don't lie. The Wii U put Nintendo financially in the red.
Oh yeah, no, the Wii U was garbage. It was garbage.
Nintendo DS. That's why the Nintendo DS has such a long lifespan for a console, even for a handheld or whatever. Because the average lifespan is like 4 to 5 years. Look at the PSP. That shit was like 3 or 4 years. It was popping, and then
PSP was golden.
That shit was ahead of its time.
But really was. That was the Switch way before the Switch. Nigga.
But
like, I was playing GTA on that shit.
If it wasn't for the fucking for the DS, Sony would have bought out Nintendo.
They probably would have.
If the Switch did not do as well as it did, Nintendo probably wouldn't exist right now.
That's probably a fact. That's a fact, actually. No, I agree with that. They probably wouldn't.
And that's why Nintendo. That's where that complacency shit. That's why when you're saying that they're not trying to compete, they kind of are, because they felt like they got into that complacency where they didn't have to, because the Wii did just so well. Where they were like, oh, we can just put out whatever, and it was like, don't overplay your hand, bro. Like, shut the fuck out. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, we're fans or whatever, but you're not about to give me a shit. Like, I'm not about to drop $400 or whatever for a shitty ass console that has some weird ass gaming mechanics that nobody, not even developers, want to make games for. Or, for example, like that screen that they had with the controller screen for the Wii U. Why am I paying $400 and most of the games don't even use the fucking screen? What the fuck's the point of that?
That's stupid. Yeah, the developers really didn't like optimize for that console at all. They were just putting out a game. It didn't feel like they were really working.
Nintendo ain't paying them extra money to do that shit. They also don't want to take time to fucking do that shit. That shit's mad extra work. Why the fuck would I want to do that shit? Most, like, if you have a company like, for example, like Square Enix, who makes Final Fantasy and the Kingdom Hearts shit, they're not that big of a team. That's why if they're working on like Final Fantasy, they're not working on Kingdom Hearts. Their team is not that big. That's why Kingdom Hearts 3 took so long to come out, because they had other shit they had to do. They can put out little games here and there, but they can't. Like right now, they're working on Final Fantasy 7 Remastered and the new Final Fantasy that's coming out. We're not gonna get a Kingdom Hearts game till like fucking 2027, probably.
More than likely.
Like that's just what it is.
They're taking their time with it.
That's what people have, but that's a small team. So why would I want? If I work in that small team, why the fuck do I want to go out of my way to work harder to incorporate a fucking console mechanic that you guys made because you guys thought it was gonna be innovative and people are gonna flock to? Like, no, nigga, people just want to fucking grab a regular remote and play. Nobody cares.
They just want a game. They just want a game.
Yeah, they just want a game, bro. And Nintendo shits the bed a lot with games that people they don't listen to their fans.
Yeah.
The games that people actually want, they don't put out. They don't care. Like, if they're talking about, like, there's games that they've thrown out that people would love a remastered version. But they don't. Fucking Kid Icarus Uprising came out for the 3DS. It was like the new version of the Kid Icarus game from back in the day. That shit was phenomenal. Amazing. everybody wants it on the Switch, but instead of getting that, we get Skyward Sword from Legend of Zelda. Everybody wants Kirby Air Ride 2 from fucking GameCube, but instead of that, we get another fucking Kirby platformer where he's wool or some shit. I don't know. Like, it's stupid. Like, games people want, we don't get. Now, whether that's because the developers are no longer active or whatever the fuck it is, Nintendo still owns, I'm pretty sure, the rights to most of those game titles. Like, if you really wanted to put those games out, you could. But again, who cares, bro? People are going to play whatever they play. They're going to buy whatever they want to buy. And you're not going to get change unless you can convince the whole gaming community to boycott something, and that's impossible. Getting everybody to agree on one thing is... impossible.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Non-existent. Like, you'll look at the sky and you'll be like, yo, the sky is blue, and you'll have that one motherfucker be like, no, that shit is red. Just to fucking spite you.
It's one.
But that's what I feel like what remastering game does as well, because you could remaster a game everybody wants to get, and then you always have that group of people that be like, yo, that shit was trash.
Like a game that I bought the remaster of on the PC was Modern Warfare 2. I was expecting that they were gonna get the online and everything. They only gave you the story mode remastered, and it wasn't even like they added anything special or new. They just like added 4K graphics. That's it. I was like, give me the online. I wanted the online along with it. I'm paying $60 for the goddamn remaster. Give me the whole game.
They don't care because at the end of the day, you still bought it.
Yeah.
Look at Final Fantasy VII, bro. This was a game that came out, I think, in the PlayStation era or some shit. I don't know. The original one. It was a complete game. Now they're remastering it and they're changing the story up a bit or whatever, but they took one game and split it up into parts. How are you gonna sell me one full game in parts that I could play the older version completely in its entirety for whatever it costs right now, but now you're gonna sell me little parts because you've extended certain parts, or you've changed the story up a little bit. We don't know how many parts this game is gonna be. This shit could be fucking 4 or 5 parts, but now guess what? Every part, if you buy the PS5 version, is gonna cost you like $70.
Yeah, they're getting greedy. That's the problem. They're getting greedy with it.
That's $350 right there. Bro, you know how much hookah shit I could buy with $350? Like,
nah,
that shit is ridiculous. Like, that's why I was like like shit like that when. And the thing is that the fan base is gonna just be happy, you know, and it's Final Fantasy VII. Oh my God, Cloud, Sephiroth, and they're just gonna buy it. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They'll be like, oh, but they changed the story up a little bit. It's a new story. I'm like, it's the same. It's still the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, they might have changed some shit. They might change the direction of the story. They might change the ending. Cool. But overall, it's the same story, just a different retelling of it. And you're buying it in parts. Why?
For no reason. Yeah.
Like, to give them more money, like, and the fact that the people just buy it blindly, like, that just gives them, that people start thinking like, oh, it's okay, they're gonna buy whatever, we sell them anyways. Bruh, fuck that.
For real.
But isn't it true? Niggas is gonna buy it regardless.
No, you're not wrong. They are.
Yeah.
They're gonna buy whatever, and again, it is what it is. That's cool for them. Make your money or whatever. But like, if I was ever in a position where I could tell these assholes like, yo, like, this is what we gonna do, bro. First of all, we gonna take off that fucking pay to win bullshit. Like, if you want to spend money on a game that you already dropped $60 on, it's only gonna be for skins.
Yeah.
Or cosmetics. Like, you're not gonna go the EA route where it's like, oh, for the Star Wars games, you want to unlock Darth Vader earlier? Just pay $20. Because if you don't pay the $20, guess what? You have to spend like 120 hours on this game if you want to unlock him.
It pulls away from the story.
That shit is stupid. Like, either make him easier to unlock and just give him make him skins for him or some shit. Like, don't make the actual character, don't hide the character behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is stupid. But,
no, I feel you on that. You are making a great point. But what was I gonna say? McNasty, do we have any more questions that we want to know about from the Twitch streaming perspective from Fausto here?
So Fausto, what is like the process you got to go through to actually start really getting paid big bucks on Twitch?
All right. So they have like 2 tiers of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
They have, or 3 technically. When you're just starting off, when you're just streaming, just a stream for your own amusement. Then they have a shit where it's like you're affiliated. Where to get affiliated, you need to amass over 50 followers, which is free.
Mm-hmm.
People can follow you for free. That's not a charge. You don't get charged for that shit. You got to amass, I think it's 8 hours of streaming within a month or some shit, which you can, depending on like how big you are on games. Like I have streams that run for like 4 hours. Like this past month alone, I streamed for over like 50 something hours. Within like a time span of like a week and a half.
That's a full-time job at that point.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have your like all the VODs and everything and every stream that you had, they'll add it up all together and then they'll see what the average viewer is. Your average viewership has to be at least a 3 for you to get partner. And what people don't know is that, like, for example, if you stream a lot and people aren't watching you, like, for example, that's where I'm at right now, where I was streaming a lot where I was only getting like 1 view or whatever because I was streaming. I made the mistake of streaming COD. The problem with streaming a game that's super popular is that nobody's gonna go to your channel. Why are they gonna watch a random guy smoking hookah in New York when they could watch Nick Merckx or Tim the Tap Man or Courage HD or whatever? Like, if you play Among Us, why are they gonna watch you over Valkyrie or whatever? Like, you get me? You gotta pick these little niche games where they're popular, but nobody's really playing them.
Yeah.
So since I did a lot of COD streams, I would only have like 1 viewer and shit. And now that I found a game where people are watching me play, which is Brawlhalla, which I'll get like anywhere between 10 to like 15 people watching me at a time, and the chats they be talking mad shit. It's still fucking up the average because of the old videos.
So now you have to catch up.
I have to catch up. Like all my streams have to be at least now. I have to try to get at least 5 to 10 people watching until it average. Like I think I'm like a 1.9 right now average, which is like stupid because I have some videos where even though while I was actively streaming, I only hit like maybe 15 people. But since I have my Twitch channel playing like the most recent view stream or whatever, people could go onto my page and still watch the stream, and that shit boosts. Like I have a video that has like almost close to 100 views. Like I feel like that should be counted in the fucking average to help me out. Like, throw me a bone.
Throw me a bone for real.
And then once you do that, like you could people could start subscribing to you, which I think like the flat rate is $4.99 or some shit. Right? If you have Amazon Prime, like you could do it for free for a month. You just gotta re-upping it every month. Then the second step is a partnership, which is when they start running ads and shit. And for that, like you gotta amass, I think over 70 followers or subscribers, I don't know. Have over, I think like 140 hours or some shit of playing time. And just have, I think, over 50 people watch it. Like the average has to be like around 50. But again, you can't build that without finding a game, because that's where a lot of people fuck up, bro. They play games that are super popular. Nobody cares about a random person playing Call of Duty. If you're not already blown up, like you can't play those overly popular games unless you yourself are popular, or you have people who are popular and they include you in the gaming show where they can kind of like throw you a bonus so people will come check you out and shit.
That's like
perspective.
Have you ever heard of the streamer Ice Poseidon? He got banned off of Twitch. He's on YouTube now, but he got popular. It wasn't playing like Call of Duty. He was actually playing RuneScape. So he got all RuneScape and just started playing that, and people just started fucking with him.
You'll find a bunch of old games that you could just load up, and people will watch you play.
Yeah.
Just because they like it. Like I remember the first time I ever streamed was when South Park's second game came out. It was the Fractured Butthole, whatever, right? And South Park is always known for doing wild ass shit. The way you make that game darker, or not darker, harder, is by your skin color, your character's skin color.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Bro. And I had the PS4 webcam at the time and shit. So, you know, I'm playing it. And I get to that point, I'm like, I ain't trying to make this game hard. Like, I'm trying to just have fun. So I made my character, like, I think a shade lighter, bro. And my chat was roasting me. I'm like, you ain't that light skin. Yo, 2 shades over. And then one of my friends, he's like, I know him in real life. This man dark as shit. He's lying, bro. I was like, bro, that's like, let me enjoy the game, bro. But then another thing that also happens to streamers is that, and this is also happening to me now, where it's like I found my fan base growing when I'm playing that game Brawlhalla, which is like a watered down version of Smash, basically. A bunch of kids like watching me play. A bunch of kids like joining my fucking game just to toss me up. Like, it become a fucking thing where I just open up a lobby and people just randomly join to fuck me up. Because I don't get mad if you beat me up. I don't care. I'm here to laugh and have a good time. If you want to flex that you fucking spent over 3,000 hours on this game that's free, go ahead, bro. Flex. I do not care. Like, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
But now, anytime I stream something else, I get those same kids coming back and chat like, yo, when are we playing Brawlhalla? Yo, and it's like, bro, I want to play other shit. Like, I don't want to just be known as a Brawlhalla.
You don't want the chat
streamer.
to dictate you.
Yeah, so that's why I try to ask the chat like, yo, like, what other games do y'all play? Like, what, like, is there anything else y'all want to see me play or some shit? Because I can't, my attention span is short, bro. Like, I can't play this game for months on end and you expect me to still be like, yeah, Brawlhalla, yeah. Like, every once in a while, yeah, it's fun, it's cool, it's a good time, we get good laughs, getting tossed up, but like, I don't want my content to just be one game. Like,
you get burnt out and you get burnt out.
Yeah. I want to try new shit. I like playing other games. I like testing the waters out as long as they're not scary. Because again, I'm a bitch. But like, I'm that person. If we're playing Friday the 13th, that will try to make the deal with Jason. Awesome, yo, I'll lead you to them or I'll kill them for you if you let me get out. I have no shame, bro. I have no shame, bro. If you take me, and I always tell everybody this shit, if like, let's say some zombie apocalypse shit happen, bro, you do not want me near you. Because if I get bit, guess what? I ain't saying shit. We all dying. If we running and you next to me, I'm tripping, bro. I do not care, bro. Like, I'm not, no.
No way.
I'm not the person you want in a scary situation, bro.
At least you're honest, though. You're honest, though.
I either have one or two things. Either I get paralyzed with fear or I'm going to be very, very selfish and just be like, yo, fuck this. And try to fuck that. If I'm getting chased and I know where you're at, I'm bringing it to you. So now it's a 50-50 chance of who they're going to go after as opposed to just going after me. Now, in games like Dead by Daylight, you have people, like one of my friends, he likes playing as Michael Myers. And that character fucking has his theme song playing anytime he gets close to you. And that shit is nerve-wracking, bro. Okay, just hearing that song get louder. Or if they're playing against Freddy, they have the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like, my anxiety is going through the roof now. Leave me alone. Fuck that, bro.
For real.
But like, my friends like playing with me because they like my reaction. It's not even about enjoying the game anymore. It's about, let's see how we can scare this motherfucker.
Yeah. And
it's like, even though my birthday's in October, bro, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that shit because spooky season ain't it. Fuck that. Like, I remember when in New York they had the whole clown escapade shit where people were dressing up as clowns. And, like,
I think that was countrywide. I think that was the entire country. Yeah.
But in New York, they put out they put out a message in the news saying like, yo, if you like, we highly advise you not to dress up as a clown for Halloween. If you dress up as a clown for Halloween and people fuck you up, that's on you.
That's all you be.
And I remember I was at the fucking bodega getting a sandwich and shit, and I come out and I just see these guys stomping and like a motherfucker out, and I'm like, what's going on? And it was a nigga dressed up as a clown. They were like, oh, he thinks it's funny to try to scare people. And I'm not gonna lie, I kicked the shit out that motherfucker. I joined quick. And I kept it moving. Because in my mind, I'm like, bro, you know what you did? You know what you did? Like, yeah. That's on you, bro.
You know what you're getting
into.
No
way.
Yeah. You know what's going on.
You went out of your way after they made an announcement not to do it because you wanted to be edgy. Right. You get fucked up. That's on you, bro.
All these costumes out here, you want to be a clown.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, why?
You a clown all 364 days out of the year.
No, that one day when you not to be one, you want to be one. Like, bro, chill out. And them motherfuckers are lucky they didn't catch me while I was driving because I was dead run your ass over, bro. I have no shame. If you try to scare me, I'll hit the gas, bro. Fuck, do not try to scare me while I'm in the car, bro. No, we're not doing that. But some people just gotta learn their lesson, bro. Sometimes that lesson is getting fucked up. So, and I do think that more people deserve to get smacked. Because that's another way to fix any, like, if you got those keyboard warriors and shit, like, that's the one thing I will say that I agree with. I think it was what's this guy's name? He's a Black European actor. He was in the movie with The Rock and it was like the Hobbs and Shaw movie. Idris Elba.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
He made a statement saying that it should be somewhat like kind of like how in South Korea, your internet or your VPN or whatever is linked to your social security.
I don't know about that.
No.
That's kind of wild.
No, because in Korea, like, there's less fucking identity that I'm assuming than like in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But like in a sense of like, there's no anonymity. Like you can't go on somewhere and be anonymous.
But that's kind of a problem, because then you're being tracked by the government everywhere. Anybody can track you. I feel like that's
we keep it at a buck, bro. The government knows where everybody's at any given time. They're tracking me even through this webcam right now, bro. My FBI is watching. My FBI agent is watching me. What's up? Shout out to you, bro.
Yo, subscribe to the channel.
Yo, if you want some bomb ass hookah, you know where to find me, bro.
Gary, you know where to find me, Gary.
Exactly. Yo, Bob, my guy. But yeah, so like that way, it's like people will be more like,
cognizant of what they're doing.
Yeah, like they'll pay more attention. They won't say like, ain't no white kid from Alabama gonna jump in a Twitter thing and just say nigga.
Yeah,
like bro, no,
it's not happening.
Like we gonna find you. Like we know who you are. Like look what happened in England, bro. When the England team lost that the soccer game and they were coming crazy at the black players and shit.
Oh, I saw that. The prime minister,
comment, bro. They got locked up. They've already locked up like 10 of them.
The prime minister had to actually put out a statement after that happened. Like, yeah, we're not doing this.
Like, it's not about it. Like, you see, America is different because America, they publicly shame racism, but they don't do anything about groups like the KKK or anything like that because racism is built into the foundation of this country.
Yeah.
They don't care. Whereas England, racism was built into it because they were trying to make everybody a bitch. But I would like to think that they've gotten better.
They tried to straighten themselves out.
Yeah, America don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, no, because it's working in our favor. So they're going like, oh, well, if the system's not hurting us, why the fuck are we gonna try to change it?
And it's also the simple fact that you have a lot of ethnic people who are exposed to that racist behavior, or like they go through the struggle and shit. And when they finally link up and they get put in these positions where they're surrounded by nothing but white people and shit, and the white people are fucking with them, they'd rather side with the white people as long as it keeps them in good graces than support their own people.
Yeah.
Like that's why, for example, like when Kanye, aka Kanye, was supporting Trump, it's like, I get it, you're a Republican, you have money, you want to protect your finances. No. You don't understand what like, by you siding with him, that means you're pretty much giving all these people, all these white supremacist groups that side with Trump, being like, oh, you see, one of your kind is siding with the same guy that we're siding with, so it's okay.
Time out. No. Time out. Trump, from Trump's perspective, that's how he was playing it. Like, oh, I got black people like following me and should be in front. Kanye made it very clear. He never agreed with any of Trump's politics, like any of it. He just liked the fact that Trump was like a celebrity. He wasn't a politician who became president. That's the only thing that Kanye fucked with Trump about. That's cool.
You can fuck with that. 'Cause even I thought that shit was funny. I was like, yo, that's a sign that literally you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could still become president. Granted, if you're Caucasian, it makes it better. But, or let me rephrase that. If you're a Caucasian male, it makes it better because Hillary ran for president like 8 times and still hasn't fucking gotten it. Yeah. So if you're a Caucasian male, it makes it easier for it's easier for you to do shit. But at the same time, you have to understand, like, if you have a fan base, a plethora of people who like, essentially, because some people worship fucking Easy. Yeah. Like, people were dropping bread on those ugly ass slides just because Kanye made them. Those foam runners, bro, if you saw them shits at Walmart, you would not buy them. But because they're Yeezy, people are buying them. Because people worship this man. So it's like, you have to be somewhat conscious of what you're saying or promoting or who you're endorsing. Because it sets a bad image, bro. Like, the fucking Grand Wizard of the KKK was on some, well, Kanye supports Donald, so he's probably gonna support this lynching too. You get me? Like, you gotta be, even if you fucked with the idea of Trump becoming president, given that he is a celebrity and he wasn't a politician, that's cool. But at the same time, like, you can't, it's very hard to separate a person from their actions and what they're saying and shit like that, what they themselves endorse. Like, you can't say, oh, I fuck with Trump for him being a celebrity, but I don't fuck with Trump supporting racism. Like, you could think that, cool, but in this day and age, there's barely any gray lines. Like, everything's black and white. Like, if you say you support Trump, that's all people gotta hear. Like, oh no, you fuck with Trump. Fuck
Yeah.
So they're not like, shit like that is like, it's trash.
Yeah,
and that's why racism still works in this country, because you have people who are just ethnic people who are in a financially more stable situation than others that are like, well, I made it, so
why
fuck
can't
everybody
you?
else.
No, they have the mentality of, if I did it, why can't you? They go into that type of mentality.
Bitch, I am trying. I am
Not for real.
trying. You think I want to work? I am trying, bro. Let me pop off on fucking Twitch, bro. If I pop off on Twitch, bro, anybody I've known before I popped off on Twitch, y'all coming up with me.
They coming up with you, right?
Yeah. Anybody I meet after I pop off on Twitch, what's good, bro?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Oh,
we live in a world where people don't want to help each other up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
very
it's
selfish.
all about,
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would like you said, like, if I made it, why can't you shit? Like, bro, if you made it, help the next person, help the person behind you make it too. Like, if I blow up on Twitch, I'm up with my friends that I play with blow up as well.
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, it's not a competition. Like that, we're not getting a trophy for this shit. It's just a matter of, we're just all trying to be in a better position than what we are currently.
Where you used to be. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And at the same time, if you fuck with your friends heavy, what situation would you rather be in? Situation A where you made it, you got money and shit, and you a real nigga and shit, so you helping your friends out financially with their shit, or situation 2 where you made it and now you're helping your friends make it, so you don't have to worry about paying for their shit. You don't have to worry about your card coming out anytime y'all go out, because if you go through situation A, anytime your friends hang out with you, it's gonna be like, oh well, you got it. Oh, like I see no donations that you got. Oh, like, and then eventually you're gonna become jaded and be like, oh, they only fuck with me because I got money. Oh, like, nah, bro. That's why you help everybody make it, so everybody's in the same playing field. So you know what everybody's intentions are from the jump. Cool, whatever. Like, if I got $100 and you got $100, we both got $100.
For real.
Cool. But if I got $100 and you only got 10, you're gonna look at it as, well, bro, you got $100. Why can't you pay for it? And I'm gonna look at it as, bro, you got 10. You could throw in.
For real.
Like, I'll cover 90, but you better throw in that 10. I'm not throwing in all 100. Fuck out of here. So
just like J. Cole said, what's good is first class if my niggas can't sit, you know? So if you making it,
everybody gotta make
it.
Like everybody.
I wrote that bar for him too.
Ooh.
I just want to throw that
Nasty
out
the lyricist, you feel me? He's
ghostwriter.
He's Quentin Miller. You feel me?
He was
out here writing
writing
for J. Cole.
He was writing.
Yeah, was that the dude that got beat up? Who was the one that like they broke their legs and stuff like that?
What?
Was it him?
Quinn? I don't think it was.
He was like a ghostwriter, and he came out saying that he ghost wrote for somebody, and they jumped his ass.
Quinn never came out saying that he wrote for anybody. Because if you're a ghostwriter, that's where you make your money. If it becomes known that you're writing the songs, you make less money.
Yeah.
Quinn got exposed by Meek. And that's where the whole Drake and Meek Mill beef came out, because Meek Mill exposed it. And then Quinn Miller even did an interview where he was like, I'm not making as much money. Like, Drake and Meek are cool now, but like financially, I'm in a bad spot now. Because nobody wants to work with me.
Meek fucked up his spot.
Yeah. So it's like, cool, y'all ice things out or whatever, but like, ain't nobody tossing me a bone for you fucking throwing. In your little beef with Drake, you buried me.
Yeah. He was a victim.
Yeah. Now, I got a question for y'all.
Oh, here we go.
And I've been asking this question to a lot of people recently, because I like to hear, this has nothing to do with gaming and that, but this has more to do with like your significant other.
Okay.
So
now I'm not in a relationship. I'm single right now, so
no, but like if you were in or whatever partnership you want to classify it as, whatever, would you let your significant other sleep with a celebrity or whatever if they paid you $500,000 or whatever? Like, they gave you a nice hefty bag. Would you allow your significant other to get just dogged on by another dude?
No. That's not even a question. No.
Yeah, that's a negative.
that's a no, G.
They're paying you. They're not paying the girl. You take the money and leave. Like, she free to do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah,
you can flip it on them.
Fuck yeah, take the money and leave, bro. Like, fuck that. Like, you cheated on me.
Yeah, you be like, you want to do it? You want to do it?
Yeah.
And then they be like, yeah, all right.
You
take the bread and be out.
All right. And here's the other.
This is my financial compensation for
my
emotional
distress. And here's my other question, bro. Because I got into an argument with this with a couple of girls like a week or two ago. Is it cheating if your girl, if you walk in or you catch your girl making out or whatever with another chick, like you didn't know that this was gonna happen, whatever, and you're not allowed to? Because some guys are on some like, well, if she lets me join, it's okay, cool. But like, this wasn't the intention. Because by those standards, it's like, what if she was tonguing out another nigga and she was like, oh, y'all two want to fuck me? Like, nigga, no. Yeah. Like, is it cheating if you walk in on your girl with another girl? Because girls will be like, well, no, because it's another female, because they use that double standard because they know no nigga's gonna be like on some, well, I'm gonna have a dude suck my dick. Like, no. Like, no, unless you buy or whatever, or you like that shit. Like, no, we're not doing that. But some girls are straight and they'll still fuck around with other chicks, and it's like, y'all should not get that leeway passed as like, it's a girl. Who cares?
See, now this is a really complicated question, because like they've done like studies on like how guys, when they like, what parts of the brain lights up when a guy sees an attractive woman, and what parts of a woman's brain lights up when they see an attractive woman as well, and it's literally the exact same parts of the brain that light up. So straight women can be attracted to other straight women the same way that straight men are attracted to women.
But my thing is also that men, and this is not me condoning cheating before I even talk about this or anything, because I don't want nobody to clip this shit and be like, oh, he condones cheating, oh, he's a cheater. Like, no. But biologically, we're here to mate. As a male, like, if you look at any wildlife, you look at the biggest gorilla in the fucking jungle, that man has like 8 wives, 8 girls, and he just be dogging and shit.
Yeah.
Men cheat or whatever for that physical pleasure. Women cheat for emotional.
100%.
Emotional reason. Like, that's why I'm not, cheating is bad. Don't get me wrong. Especially if you get caught. I had to throw that in there. Dude. It's bad if you get caught. Cheating is bad, but it's worse if you get caught. But when a woman cheats, nah, man, that shit, there's no saving that relationship.
There's no going back. There's no going back.
I think that's like, as a dude, nigga, if like, all right, if a nigga take your bitch, right? Yeah, your homie's gonna find out about it, this, that, and the third, you know, that's a bad look. But if another girl take your bitch, nigga, you better just move out the state at this point.
Bro.
Just start a whole new life.
Bro, I'm not gonna front,
that's
bro.
Bad.
I went to a sex shop when I was in Puerto Rico, bro, and these people had on display a dildo, and that shit was from the fucking base of my foot to my kneecap, bro. And I was like, what woman is putting this shit inside her and thinking it's okay? Like, yo, I know your organs are fucked up, bro. Like, there's no way. There is no way. And if you do that shit, you are not a human. You are a mutant. Get Professor Xavier from the X-Men to hit you up.
Wild.
That shit
bro.
is
wild.
But look, Pete, a good hookah, bro. We've been on this thing for a minute, and this shit is still busting.
Yeah, we're an hour deep, so
hour and a half.
We're an hour and a half, but that is a good point. We are deep into the episode, so we should wrap it up. I want to go ahead and thank Fausto for coming on and giving us his wisdom on a variety of topics. Because we thought it was just gonna be a Twitch talk.
Whole encyclopedia of shit. He had a whole list of shit to get off his chest today.
Put me on Jeopardy, bro. I'll kill it in that game. I know a bunch of random shit. Thank you guys for having me.
Word. Faust, plug it. Plug it. Twitch. Plug it. IG. Plug whatever
Twitch,
you want.
Papi Faust. PAPI FAUST. One word. Instagram. Papi_Faust.
Yeah.
Because Papi Faust was already taken. Fuck you, whoever took it. You dick. But yeah, follow the kid. No, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna laugh. Most of the time, you're gonna hear me smoking hookah. And yes, I smoke while playing, so I hold the remote in a weird ass angle. But we here. We valid. We sometimes get dubs. Not all the time, sometimes. But we here.
Word. Word.
All right, but we want to thank you, man. That was a great interview. Thank you for coming on. If you ever want to come on again, just let us know and we'll bring you on.
Bro, whenever y'all want to have me, bro.
Yeah, we could definitely have more of these chill conversations. This was actually a really interesting conversation. We talked about a lot of subjects.
Bro. I'm good for any topic.
I can see that.